Welcome to the Slinkies podcast, hosted by me, Howie.
And me, Al.
Just a couple of mates who thought we were pretty fun in high school and need an excuse to catch up now that our old dads have busy schedules.
We catch up every week to discuss the good old days as well as what's going on nowadays in our lives. And if you're into intros that I can't even read properly, then this is the podcast for you.
Subscribe for new episodes every Monday, 8 a.m. And remember, never try to fix your mate Slinky.
Back again. Welcome back to the Linking Slinkies podcast, hosted by Howie and Pal. Howie and Al.
We have too many names. What do we call ourselves?
Linking Slinkies, Howie and Al, Howie and Pal. Change it again. What else could we be?
I don't know.
Batman and Robin? I'm Batman, though.
Tanakh and Shusti.
I thought it was a pretty good episode last week, mate.
Oh, that was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the one we filmed or the one that comes
out? Yeah, well.
So confused.
Everyone listening, so we are one episode ahead. It's a little bit hard because people are like reacting to an episode that we did a little while ago. I don't know. We'll see how we go in the future, but I think it might be better if we release them a bit closer to when we record, but we'll see. But we've had some good feedback on the overhyped episode. We might as well jump to there now while it's fresh on my mind. But people were telling me what else they thought was overhyped.
Yeah, nice.
As well. So anybody that hasn't listened to Overhyped, go listen to that, episode 15. So one of the
spoilers if you haven't listened to it.
Yeah, spoilers. We got a YouTube comment. I'll just go through them now. So we got hold on. Ferrero Rocher, Kinder Chocolate and Lindt are only expensive because they are imported and made with good quality products. Have you seen how much favorites are? You know, the box of chocolates called favorites with all the different chocolates in them. And they don't even taste that good. And if you're unlucky, you'll end up with half a packet of Turkish Delights. I do think favorites are overrated. You do pay a lot for this box of tiny little chocolates that most people don't like. What's that? Moro, is it?
Yeah.
Who the fuck eats Moro?
I don't know. I love a favorites box when you have to give something, but you don't want to get someone anything though.
Yeah, but it's sort of but wouldn't you rather receive one big chocolate? Or is 300?
But it looks like you've put effort in.
It does. It's one of those gifts that look fancy, but I do think they're definitely overhyped.
I don't think you should turn up to a funeral with it. It's like, sorry for your loss, and then there's this max packet of favorites or something. But you turn up to a barbecue and you're like, what do I bring to a barbecue? Like, he told me not to bring anything, which is what the ad says. And then it's just like, I can't turn up with, I could make a plate, but you told me not to bring anything. So then you're going to be like, oh, this guy doesn't listen to instructions. I could turn up with nothing. And then they're like, look, I know that I told you not to bring anything, but you could have done something. So at least if I turn up with some chocolates, favorites, I feel better. They now have a box full of Turkish Delights that they're not going to eat, but they know that they're going to enjoy them one night when they're sitting there really depressed after a bad day. And they're like, oh, what's in the cupboard? And they'll find a few chocolates and then they'll think of me.
I can't
stand
where they
come in handy.
I'm already complaining 3 minutes into the podcast. I'm not complaining this episode, but when people go, oh, don't bring anything. You have to bring something, right? That's just...
Tell me what to bring.
Exactly.
Just tell me what you want.
We're going to get something. Just say, do you need some extra buns? Do you need some chocolate? Do you want us to bring some sausages, meat, whatever? Just say, oh, no, don't bring anything. And then you rock up. Oh, you didn't bring anything. Well,
I've started just not bringing anything. I've just started just not doing it. Just turn up and just make myself at home.
Yeah.
So, well, this is what you wanted. I'm giving you exactly what you wanted.
I don't care if people don't show up with anything. I think if you're hosting a dinner or a barbecue or whatever, it's all right if you need extra stuff, ask, bring a salad or bring some extra buns or whatever. But otherwise, you should be able to provide enough food and shit.
Yeah.
What's really weird is it's always BYO drinks in Australia because it's so fucking expensive. But anywhere in Germany or Russia or whatever, it's really weird to bring your own drinks. It's
Yeah,
very
right.
uncommon to show you're like considered an alcoholic because you're like, I'll drink all your drinks plus all my drinks. But it's so good because you go to a dinner and there's like 4 bottles of vodka. It's like for everyone. It's like sweet.
Sweet. I'll take one of those.
Yeah.
There's this there is this real thing about guilt in the world where
Yeah.
something nice happens, but you feel guilty about it still. So a couple of weeks ago, went through the drive-through, like my normal coffee shop, and I went through the drive-through, and they looked at me and they said, "Oh, look, the person in front has paid for your order." And I
Really?
was just, yeah, and I was just, apparently it's this big thing that people are doing,
Pay it
like paying it forward.
Mm.
And I was just so shocked that I didn't know what to do. Like I was really appreciative of it. I'm like, that's
Yeah.
such a nice thing. But the lady was looking at me as if I had to pay for the next person's order. And I was in a bit of shock because I'm like, normally for the last year and a bit, I just pull my card out, tap it, and drive off with my coffee. So then I'm driving off in a bit of shock, and then I'm trying to convince myself that I'm not a bad person.
Yeah.
Like I paid for someone's groceries once when I was there, and they failed. I was paid that, and I, didn't get anything back. But all I was thinking about, instead of enjoying that this person bought me a coffee, which I should have been, I'm just driving away going, I'm still a good person, even though I didn't pay for the person after me.
I feel that with
My turn.
presents. Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel that with presents, especially for Christmas. If someone gifts me like a really good gift or expensive gift, I'm like, fuck, now I have to give you something good and expensive. Like, like, I know what I want. I'm at that age where I don't want people to buy me presents.
Yeah.
You can get me a box of favorites, get me a bottle of vodka, and I'm happy with that. But I don't need anything like present wise. I can buy my own shit, and all the good stuff I want is expensive, like really expensive. Like I want a new $1,000 guitar. I'm not expecting that for a present. But I'm going to save up and give that for myself. But when someone gives you an expensive present that's thought, I'm just like, oh, now I feel guilty. Like receiving that, like, oh, I wish you didn't put that guilt on me. Now I have to reciprocate this awesome present idea. How fucking dare you? Be nice to me. But that's awesome. Someone did that pay it forward. I only
Yeah, it
seen
was
that like
so
in
good.
movies.
Yeah, it was so good. I just didn't know what to do. I never expected it.
Hmm.
And I just had no idea what to do.
I don't think you
So
should
just,
feel guilty about not paying the next person though.
yeah.
Not the next
Thanks.
person, but maybe in your lifetime, maybe
Yeah.
you'd be like, oh yeah, that's right. Once it'd be funny if you go, oh, I'll pay for the next order, and you're like, oh, that's so nice. That'll be $312.
Yeah, that's
And
what I was
they
thinking.
brought coffee for the whole construction
Yeah.
site.
Yeah. I just thought, like, do they go, oh, look, how much is the next order? Or do
Yeah,
they
yeah,
say, I'd like to pay for the next person as well? And they're like, you sure?
yeah. It's, maybe the one after that one.
Yeah. Yeah. Do they just keep going through the cars? Not that one, not
Yeah,
that
that's
one,
fine.
not that one. Yep, I'll pay for that one. The guy that got the soft serve.
Yeah. Yeah. How much was your
Yeah.
coffee?
Like $6 or something.
$6. Yeah, that's nice. That's really good. Well, if you're listening,
Yeah.
go pay for someone's coffee and don't feel
Yeah.
guilty if somebody paid for your coffee.
If the person's listening that bought me the coffee, look, I just want to say thank you. That's the other thing. I can't thank them. There's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah.
So, like,
Do
yeah,
you
I
think
don't know.
they
That stressed
looked
me
at
out
your
too.
car and they looked at you, or they just like straight up pay for
Just,
it?
just straight up pay it forward. I think it was. Yeah.
Shit.
So yeah, so two things that bother me. Am I a bad person because I didn't pay for the next person?
No.
Two, I can never, ever, ever say thank you to that person because like there's no way to capture who they are.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm
But
just
I think
left with this, just accepting it.
that's the whole idea of that pay it forward. You can't
Yeah.
thank them. It's like, oh, I don't want the thank or the praise sort of
Yeah.
thing for it. But
I
I'm
want to
sure
give it
they
to you, though.
recorded it for TikTok.
Yeah. Just paid for this bald man's coffee.
It's like those viral videos that were around before about feeding the homeless. It's like, we've brought $30 worth of McDonald's and went and handed out all the cheeseburgers. But you're filming it and you just
Yeah.
made 20 grand on YouTube ad
Yeah.
revenue for this video. It's
Yeah.
like there's something
Yeah.
gross about that, filming that shit or like
Yeah.
admitting to it rather than just doing it.
doing it. Yeah, there's a heap on TikTok at the moment. Like people have their cameras out the car and they're calling homeless people over, and they're like, "Hey, man, look, tell me about yourself." And then they just have this sob story, and then he's just like, "Look, I just want to pay for your dinner for you."
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like imagine holding your phone out of the car and calling someone over to tell you about their life.
Yeah, it's like, hey, hi, how are you? Who are you? What are you doing? That's good.
Yeah,
I'll pay for your dinner, by the way.
yeah,
Like and subscribe.
yeah,
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 that's bullshit. And then they're
yeah,
making so much money off those videos and shit.
yeah.
Like, it's nice
But
if they want to do it, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Don't film it.
definitely. So, mate,
Don't.
I think everyone, including myself, is ready for our favorite segment.
Which is?
Dumb shit your kids say. Funny shit your kids say.
Dumb shit. Say plenty of dumb shit as well. But yeah, so since last episode, I was sitting in the girls' room and I think we're just reading a book or something. And Ali goes, Papa, when you die, can we sell this house? I'm like, what? And she goes, oh, well, if Mama dies first, can we sell it? I'm like, what?
Already after the inheritance.
She's 4.
Yeah, just cashing in.
I should have said no. I'm not leaving any money to my kids. Screw them. A year before my deathbed, or if I'm in my deathbed, I'm just gonna sell everything and have a huge party with
Just
cocaine and strippers,
put it all on red, see what happens.
all on red. Yeah,
Yeah.
screw them. Yeah.
Was Ali holding a knife for anything when she was asking this? Or
Putting extra salt in my food, coolant in my food. No, that's so weird though. Imagine she's 4. When you die, can we sell the house?
what did she think happens?
I have no idea. I don't even know if she knows what dying is. Because it's sort of weird. They sort of do ask sometimes. We've sort of had that conversation with Lainey, who's 7. It's like what death is. That's why they reckon you should buy your kids a pet. Because you've got to... It's easier to show your kid a dead goldfish than a dead grandma. You know what I mean? Like, start them off slow. Like... Sorry, Mr. Sparkles has died, but anyway, this is a part of life. He's in heaven now. What would you tell your kids? You're not going to tell your kids they're in heaven.
No, that's the thing. Like, this is the good part about religion. One of the parts that I really do like, and I think is very beautiful, is it does make that step a lot more peaceful. Like, it's much easier to say, yeah, they're in a better place now, and not just they cease to exist. Like
they're never coming back.
They're never coming back. It's like, but aren't they just asleep? No.
Well, okay. So you've got dogs. You've got a young daughter. She's growing up with dogs. I'm sure the dogs love her and she loves the dogs. And, unfortunately, in some time, your dogs will die. Yeah. What are you going to tell your daughter? Because she'll be
no idea.
10 then.
Yeah, no idea. I think I'll use the better place analogy. Yeah, I'm not going to say specifically what that is. Yeah. I think better place is okay. Like, ceasing to exist might not be
Catholic rate where it's like, oh, she's in a better place. Where? Just a better place. Oh, what's that like? Just better. It's just
better. Yeah. Can I go there? Yeah. Yeah, you can. All right now. Yeah, I don't know. That's a great question. I got nothing. But yeah, I think there's a better way to say you cease to exist. I think that would cause some panic. Yeah. But then is there an argument that they get used to that quicker than everyone else? I don't know.
We don't have any pets. So I was thinking of getting like something small, like an axolotl, Mexican walking fish, because I had one when I was a kid. It was awesome.
That was your first pet. Yeah.
Yeah, Zoidberg.
I remember pretty sure you bought him dead. Like he'd very rarely move. Every time I come over, he's in the same position.
It was awesome. I loved having it. Yeah. He didn't do anything. He just sits there. But I also I got a mouse. Or there was mouse might have been before Zoidberg. No, I think the mouse was after. I called my mouse Rattata after the Pokemon. He was a mouse, but I called him Rattata. He was awesome. I had him in for a few years. And then one day it was like 45 degrees Celsius for those listening overseas, and we put him in the laundry for whatever reason, and we're in an old house in Tamworth, and it was 45 degrees. It was at least 45 degrees in that laundry, And then it's like, ratata, ratata. No, I think
Was he
my mum just,
crispy?
it was crispy, extra crispy. He was extra tender. And then no, he was like stiff as. It was like stiff rat, stiff mouse. It's the name of my punk band, Stiff Mouse. Yeah. So, and then
All right, too.
yeah,
Then we
we'll have to
had
get a pet.
then we had Maxie and
Yeah,
Chloe,
yeah,
Big Milo.
yeah. I've had a few dogs die. No,
Never gets easier, does it?
that's true, mate. It's not hard.
Yeah,
It's not easy losing your, especially dogs. I find
yeah,
dogs because you're with the dog for like 10, 15 years, especially when you
mm,
grow up with them, you get them young and they're with you every single day after school. Every
yeah.
single morning you get up and it's your buddy, your pal, everything. And then it's like, no, welcome to life. Everything fucking dies, kid. Just like you one day. Anyway, time for school.
Time for
That's what
school.
I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Can I have the house when you die? Like, does
Yeah.
she know what money is? Like, did she want some pocket money or what's?
They have
I
no
feel like you should
idea.
ask the next question there. I want to know her reason behind it.
All right, I'll ask her, but it's probably a bit
Like,
late
she's
now.
either killing you, she wants to buy something, and she thinks this is an easy way to get some dollars.
Hmm. They have no
Or,
idea what money is or how it is. No
yeah,
matter how many times I explain it, what money is, how we get money, how much things cost. Laney's
yeah.
getting a bit better, but still, they just think it's. I sound so like an old man. It's bloody kids these days and don't understand what money is. I have to work for it and shit. But she really has no idea.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
she'll learn
Um,
eventually. She'll learn eventually, mate.
yeah.
One day soon. But anyway. Oh, I forgot. I haven't actually asked you in a while because you're a dad now. How are you going being a dad, mate?
Oh, mate, it's tip top.
Like,
Easy,
have
easy
you
peasy.
changed? Do you think you've changed at all? Have you changed a little bit? Not at all?
I definitely think I got more emotional since holding her the first time. Like, there's stuff that,
Yeah.
um, yeah, I definitely think there's a little bit more emotion. I did like reading and stuff on it, and it was, apparently, yeah, dads do become a little bit more emotional, especially in the first 12 months because, so they don't kill their child, that kind of thing. But yeah, I definitely feel like I've, been a little bit softer since then.
Everything makes me cry since being a dad. And every kid, it got slowly worse, slowly worse. But I can watch a Facebook video of especially those dads returning from the army. Have you seen those
Yeah,
videos where it's like, oh, he hasn't seen his dad in a year and a half, and then he comes in and they like just hold each other, and I'm like, oh my god, it's so beautiful. But I was never like that before having kids.
yeah.
Never. I would have been like, fuck that, fuck the army. Why'd he go away from his kid for a year and a half? Damn capitalism and army. Who needs army? And now I'm like, that's so beautiful. He went away to pay for everything.
You went away to pay for everything. It wasn't to protect the country. It was
No.
just to pay bills.
Yeah. Well, pretty much was probably. But everything makes me cry. Facebook videos,
Yeah.
ads, like it can be a sad ad, certain things, even like pictures as well. I seen this picture the other day on Reddit. Oh, I forgot about that. I've seen a lot of gore on the internet
Mm,
before. Seen a lot of war pictures, a lot of historical war pictures, but this one picture I never seen before. It was a bunch of Jewish women waiting to get killed by the German soldiers or whatever, and they were all naked, standing next to a pit, and they were like, half of them were pregnant, half of them were holding their kids and shit, and I was like, just started crying. I'm like, holy shit. And it was like the mum, because I could watch a soldier get his head blown off and be like, oh, brutal. But then I watch a mum hold her kid being like 10 minutes away from getting shot in the fucking head. And I'm like crying my eyes out.
yeah, yeah. And you're
Brutal.
bitching that your life sucks because you have to go to work and you don't get to see the
No, you can
Eiffel
still
Tower.
complain. Yeah. No. You can still complain about your day even though you haven't been to war. I hate that argument where it's like, oh, I had a really tough day, I really busy. Then I had to do blah blah blah. I got a flat tire, and people are like, at least you didn't have to go to war.
Yeah. This is
Yeah, I can still have a bad day, or it's like, at least you don't have bone cancer. Yeah, can still feel bad without having bone cancer, man.
feeling still the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a soft spot for me because I would have a bad day because I was like, very rarely do the dogs keep me up. They're very good. But I'd have a bad night, the dogs would just be blown up. I remember one day you were calling me and I'm like, man, I'm so wrecked. Like, I'm just so unhappy today. The dogs kept me up all night and I couldn't figure out what was wrong. They just barked. I'm worried the neighbors hate me. I'm worried that people are going to turn up and take my dogs. I'm stressed and I'm really anxious. And all you said to me was, oh, at least you don't have kids. And I'm like, okay, much better.
And okay, I've got an explanation for this. So this was years ago, right? I remember this too. But I could not stand, because I was a young dad too.
Yeah.
I was 21 when I had Lainey. 21, that's a young dad, right?
Yeah.
I could not stand dog and cat owners talking about their dog and cat as if they were a kid, or complaining that they're stressed out about, because I was thrown into this wonderful world of being a dad where you don't sleep for years on end, or very minimal sleep. I was very jaded when I heard people say that. But now I swear to God, I'm not like that anymore. I honestly, I'm not like that. I've got over that. I'm much more open about that. And when people say, oh, my poor little dog, he's sick, he's got a sore leg. I'm like, oh wow, okay. I know you can feel the same amount of emotion for a dog as a child, sort of, arguably. And those people think they're tired getting up once during the night for their dog. So I'm not jaded or angry at all anymore. But after not sleeping for 5 years straight, and I hear someone say that they're tired about their dog, I'm like, oh, really? You be tired. I would have been like that back in the day.
Yeah. See, this is good to all the listeners. Like, if you've ever had a disagreement with your friend that you've kept bottled up for 5 years, right, just have a podcast. Let's openly talk about it.
No, it's fine. Like, I totally get it now. And but you can but your daughter wasn't that bad of a sleeper, is she? She's not
No,
too bad.
Corey's
She's pretty good. Yeah, she's pretty.
No,
but I'm
no.
sure those first 6 weeks were still hard, obviously.
Yeah, it was hard. It was hard getting up every couple of hours, but she's pretty much like clockwork. Like, she eats, she goes straight back to bed. So the body's used to a new norm. And some nights I don't even need to get up. Like, everything's like, so she's cool.
My Lainey, my first daughter. I keep saying it sounds weird. By the way, I'm just saying my first daughter. I feel like it's weird, but anyway, Lainey. So Lainey legitimately didn't sleep longer than 2, maybe 3 hours at a chunk, for 6 to 8 months.
Yeah.
So for 6 to 8 months straight, we were up at 2 to 3 hour chunks nonstop for 6 to 8 months. And then she slowly went like 3 to 6 hour-ish out at night, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I was just a walking zombie, just a zombie. I was just dead, like dead, tired. And now it's funny because Millie's it's hilarious. She's sick. So the last few nights, she's a bit over 1 year old now, and she obviously sleeps through the night now, which is fantastic. But when she's sick, she's been getting up. So the last couple of nights, she has been really bad, but really she's been up a few times of the night. I am the crankiest, stressed, shitted off person. I'm just angry at fucking, because I'm so tired. I'm not used to it anymore. You get used to it. If she's up every single night, eventually your body's like, all right, this is it. But then when she starts sleeping every single night, you just get used to that. So now I'm just so tired and grumpy, excuse me, and cranky. I'm just over it, mate. I'm over it, mate.
Over it. Told you, like, sell them.
Tell him. But is that the most tired you've been in your life, having your daughter?
Mm,
Wow. Nah, you had a good kid then. I'm telling you.
no, like it's a different, like it's very, the first 6 weeks very tired. The
Yeah.
first 6 weeks were like I would sleep on anything.
Yeah.
Like as soon as she was asleep, I would want a nap.
Yeah.
But yeah, just got used to it. But no, I just remember that night with the dogs, like it was exactly as you said. Like I didn't have anything like that before, and then all of a sudden, I just remember I'm out chasing frogs in my underwear for the
Yeah.
first couple hours, and then they got a frog and they're fighting over it. So I'm breaking up a fight at 3 a.m, and then it got to the point I put my robe on and I put a camping chair out the back, and I had to sit outside in the camping chair to make them stop barking, and I was trying to go to sleep in the camping chair, and it was just like, what else do I do?
Yeah.
I can't let them inside because I'll break stuff.
Yeah.
But
And
I was
like I
very close to
said,
just letting them inside.
yeah, I'm sure at that time I was very jaded because I hadn't slept for 5 years. But now I'm like,
Sorry,
whatever.
we can forgive you. We can forgive you.
Do you forgive me, mate?
I'll forgive. Oh, I love you.
You too, mate. But hold on, just quickly touching on kids sleeping. So my first daughter didn't sleep for 6 to 8 months, right? I swear to God, for 6 to 8 months, we just didn't sleep. It just didn't happen. And then slowly she got a bit better. And then eventually she started sleeping through the night. Then my next daughter, this is a true story, right? We get home from the hospital and she takes a late afternoon nap. Say she goes around 4 p.m. to sleep. And then it's about 8 o'clock, and we think, oh, wow, she's due for a feed. She's still asleep. Okay, that's weird. We'll give her a little bit of time. 9 o'clock comes. Oh, we better wake her up for a sleep. So we're like, Allie, darling, wake up. Doesn't wake up. Now, she's alive, by the way. She's still breathing. Anyway, and times pass. We're like, oh my God, what's wrong? What's wrong? We literally, God, I hate saying that. We actually called the number they gave us for the midwives. Like, oh, our daughter's been asleep for about 6 or 7 hours. Is that normal? And she laughs at us over the phone. She's like, yeah, that's normal. Just let her sleep. And we're like, this is unreal. This 1 week old baby has slept for 6 hours. That's how different our daughters were. That we couldn't imagine a baby sleeping for 6 hours, 1 week old. That's why I was so jaded and pissed off because I didn't sleep for fucking forever. But then spoilers, when Allison got about just under 1 year old, she got the opposite. So she went from sleeping pretty much all night through. She got the opposite and was up multiple times through the night. And spoilers, we had another kid and then start the whole process over again. And now it's like, I honestly haven't slept in 7 years.
It couldn't have. This is my argument. It couldn't have been that bad if you did it again and again.
That's what everyone says. Tell that to your lovely, beautiful wife. Huh? Tell that to her. Everyone says that. Can't be that bad if you did it again. But honestly, the further time goes past your pregnancy and your birth and stuff, that you sort of forget what it's like. Because when we had Amelia, it had been years since we had Allison. It's like, shit, now I remember all this. Shit. It's too late now.
Chuck it back.
But you do forget time. Your memory's so bad, you just forget what it was like.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough about talking about damn kids. I'm not here to talk about kids.
No.
I'm here to talk about Halloween. Are we for Halloween or are we against Halloween?
You taking the kids trick-or-treating?
Hold on. So when Howie and I grew up in Australia, we never had Halloween. It was a dumb American tradition, right?
Just on that, I tried it once. Like, I'm just like, oh, we might give it a go.
How old?
So we got a mask. Primary school age.
Wow. Yeah.
So like the neighborhood, I just said to the neighborhood kids, it's like, hey, it's Halloween. Do you just want to try this? Like, yeah. And I'm like, well, what do you have? And they're like, oh, I've got this mask. And I'm like, yeah, I've got this mask too. So we chucked a mask on. We went to one house and we said trick or treat, and they're like, "Oh, we don't have anything." So then that was it. We just left
yeah,
it.
yeah. So when we grew up, Halloween wasn't a thing. You watch it on a movie in America, it's like, wow, that's weird. But it seems to me about maybe 6, 7 years ago, Halloween sort of you noticed it in the shops. You start to notice a few kids going around and more decorations coming up. In the last couple of years, it's really blown up. And now every kid does it. You'll see when your kid gets a bit older, you just do it. So we go trick or treating, and we've been trick or treating the last few years. Besides, even last year we just did our street sort of thing. We organised it, and this Halloween we'll be going to a Halloween party, and then they'll be trick or treating after it and dressing up. And it's honestly at first I hated it.
Yeah.
I was literally that dumb Aussie that's like, oh, these bloody American traditions are stupid. Why do you want candy? And now I'm like, this is awesome. Like, imagine being a kid and you walk around and get chocolate and lollies. This is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't mind it. I don't care for it or against it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know. We might have some lollies in the cupboard. Like kids might be getting chewing gum if they come knock on our door. But I haven't been home the last couple of years, like at nighttime. So like it hasn't really been an issue. But it's good that there's still that community thing. Like you can walk around your neighborhood and, meet the neighbors and stuff like that. Anyone TPs my house, though, I will lose it.
I don't think it's like a literal trick or treat, but often around here, if somebody's got their front light on, or like they'll put one decoration out, a pumpkin or whatever it is, to indicate that they are doing trick or treating. If we don't see that, we don't go to them, because we had a few years ago, we went trick or treating and we've come up to a house and my daughter's trick or treating. And he's like, oh, fuck off. We don't do that. And I was like, oh, fuck off, cunt. Like, Jesus Christ. So anyway, make sure they've got their light on or they're indicating that they're trick-or-treating. But it's a bit different up here.
Yeah, right. That's probably a bit of an over-exaggeration from him, isn't it?
Yeah. But that would have been 5 years ago sort of thing. But now
maybe
everyone
he had
does
5
it.
years of no sleep too. Maybe that's why he was upset.
Maybe he had some dogs keep him up. Poor guy. Nah, I'm for but you'll notice as well as your daughter gets older, it's really cute to watch him dress up. Like she's a bit young to dress up now, but next year will be good because you can dress her up in something that'll be really good, and it'll get better and better. And I'm sure it gets bigger every year as well. More and more stuff. But I'm all for it. But stop calling it candy. My kids call it candy, and I almost want to spank them. I cannot stand the word candy. If you're using the word candy, no, you're wrong. It's chocolate and lollies. I can't stand candy.
Much more efficient.
It is. What do you say, candy? I'm going to get some candy, doll.
I think I will now that I just realized how much time it saves me. I get some chocolate and lollies, candy.
You could say sweets. Get some sweets.
Sweets. Can we say sweets? Is that right? Or are you going to spank me?
Yeah, sweets is more like British, I think, UK or European sweets.
Lolos.
Full lolo. I don't know. There's just something about candy. I don't like that word.
Mate, I thought today, because so this is my first episode where you got me to get a topic. And for the next couple episodes is my topic.
You did overhype, mate. That was good.
Oh yeah, I did overhype too. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, second episode. Yeah. So I thought today we could just discuss what are the most annoying instruments. Like, what is something that every time you hear it playing, you're just like, oh, I'm done.
Recorder.
Yeah. So this is exactly why I put this here, because I was thinking about, I got lots of friends that are teachers, and I just go, the hardest part of your job would have to be in the months where you have to do the flute practice stuff. Like, so the kids got to buy a flute, they got to take it home and they've got to play it. And then they've got to play it for an X amount of time per day. And you're teaching them 3 blind mice, right? And there's going to be, most of the room's going to be shit. Nearly the whole entire room's going to be shit. Even the kids that are playing it right, it's still going to sound probably shit. And I just thought, is there anything more annoying than the flute? Is it the flute?
The recorder. It's a recorder. Yeah. Flute's not bad. You know, on Anchorman, where he pulls out a flute and
Yeah.
That's a flute.
Yeah.
Recorder's that plastic dumb looking
Yeah.
front
Yeah.
thing. That
Yeah. So it's the same song.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think recorder's probably up there because my kids have a recorder, and even my 1-year-old plays it, and she grabs
Yeah.
it and just goes and just like screams into it. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
But I would say bagpipes would be up there because they're so loud. And if you play a
Yeah.
bagpipe wrong, it's high pitch, loud noise. And it's got, I just thought bagpipe's got a recorder on the front.
There
It's
you
like a
go.
recorder and a bag in one.
Yeah. But yeah, you get to squeeze some sax and blow some pipes though when you play.
You know what bagpipe in German is?
What's that?
Dudelsack. Dudelsack.
Amazing. Controversy. I don't mind the bagpipes. I think they're beautiful if you play them properly.
That's right. And if you see it in a marching band and they got the drums and stuff, it's nice. But if you were standing next to a bagpipe player practicing, no. That's probably more annoying. But that's the only But most instruments are annoying played wrong.
Yeah, see, I could probably listen to someone play the guitar learning it.
Yeah.
But,
that's not too bad.
Yeah, I think I could put up with that.
I think it depends on volume too. If you have any brass instrument or violin, like any acoustic instrument as well, that they're learning wrong is pretty bad. But my money's on bagpipe. On the Dudelsack.
On the Dudelsack, yeah. Okay,
That's
so I got flute. I got flute. There was this really good band, Jebediah and AC/DC. They had bagpipes in there.
Yeah, Corn.
Bands, yeah. Corn, yeah. I love this song in Jebediah. There's this really cool bagpipes part. But if I ever was forced to learn an instrument, like my parents never forced me. But if there was, I'm pretty sure I would have chose the bagpipes because I thought that would be really annoying to just practice at home. They're like, you've got to learn an instrument. I'm like, all right, the bagpipes. I'm like, all right, you got to do 2 hours a day. And it's just... So, all right, you can stop. No, I got practice.
But saying that as well, I haven't thought about drums. We have an electronic drum kit, which is great because you can turn it down or off and the kids smash it and it doesn't really sound like much. But if you had a normal drum set and your kid was trying to learn that, that'd be super annoying.
Yeah. Just a side note, I would like to hear a snap of you playing the drum kit too.
All right.
I think you've ever sent me one. I just see the kids belting it with wooden spoons.
I haven't learned much of it. I'll send you one.
Yeah.
But I would put that. Let us know what you think, if you're listening, what the most annoying instrument is.
Because we do have some musicians here as well. Yeah. All right. What's your favorite?
My favorite instrument?
Mm-hmm.
Take a guess.
No, I'm going to go guitar. Electric guitar.
Yeah, of course. Electric guitar is the best instrument.
But you were loving the keyboard there for a while. You were really enjoying the keyboard. I remember your first instrument was the keyboard. You got it off. Was it at garage or garage sale, or your uncle gave it to you or something?
Oh, I think my uncle might have gave it to me. I did love the keyboard. I think did that before my guitar? Yeah, but then my parents brought me electric guitar, and electric guitar's the best. The only thing I would say is acoustic guitar may be better if you didn't have an amp.
Yeah.
Because I play my electric guitar all the time without an amp, but if you were just to talk about like the best instrument, you'd probably have to say acoustic guitar because otherwise you'd have to say electric guitar and amp to make it actually sound good. But I watch guitar videos on YouTube almost nonstop. If I like a song, I just type in guitar cover and without vocals.
Yeah.
What's your favorite instrument?
Yeah, I'm going to go the acoustic guitar. I love the acoustic guitar. The acoustic. So I love my country. I love my country. I love I don't even know what the genre's called, but just acoustic music? Guitar music. No, not just that. There's like other ones. Just other chilled out acoustic guitar stuff.
Yeah, Eugenia loves acoustic covers.
Yeah, acoustic covers. Even like Avril Lavigne's got a few acoustic songs. Love it. bit of, Nickelback there for a bit. Tom DeLonge from Blink-182 when he was playing a little bit acoustic. I like it. Yeah, it's good.
Nah, it's not as good as electric, mate.
I
But
don't play the electric.
guitar is the best instrument ever. I love guitar. I could just listen to guitar over all nonstop, and I love learning guitar and hearing guitar. And guitar's the best. The
It's on
only
my
other
bucket list,
instrument
mate, to play the electric guitar. I've never played it.
You've never played an electric guitar?
No.
Ah, okay. Well, we need to get you one, mate. I love electric guitar, but the only other, well, I guess, do you class vocals as an instrument? Is voice an instrument?
I guess for argument's sake, let's go yes. Yeah.
Because I listen to a lot of metal, right? And a
Yeah.
lot of metal can sound similar, but what makes a lot of metal bands is the vocals.
Yeah.
So you can get someone to play fast on the drums, the double bass, boom, 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 boom. You can get someone to play open E string over and over and over again on a guitar, but vocals makes up a lot of the difference. And it's something you can't really copy. Like two guitarists can play the same song, but two vocalists can't sound the same. Well, they can sound similar, but never the same.
Yeah. That's a good point because, for someone that doesn't know a lot about music, like you just listen to the sound, it's really the vocalists that get you to the song because like a G on two guitarists both play a G, they're going to sound the same. Someone who's very talented might be able to pick up the differences in, I don't know, the keying, stroking, whatever it is. But in terms of the vocals, like it's pretty easy to spot.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same as why you listen to covers, and some covers you don't like of a song because they sound shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
You like the actual song.
Yeah. So I'm going to give an honorable mention to vocals as my almost favorite, just because they're so diverse and they have to be. You have to like vocals. You can not like guitar in a song and still like the song. You can not like the drum beat and still like the song. But you can't not like vocals in a song and like the song, right?
Yeah.
If you don't like the vocals or the voice or how they're singing, you can't listen to it.
Yeah. And nothing annoys me about a song more when like the chorus is really good, but the rest is terrible, or the rest is really good and the chorus is terrible.
Yeah.
Nothing annoys me more. But yeah. All right. What do you think is the most difficult?
The most difficult instrument. Now, do you have a list of instruments there?
Nope.
Because there's hundreds of instruments, right? And I'm sure, but we're talking your normal top 10 basic instruments, right? Guitar, drums, bass, violin, that sort of stuff. Because there's some weird instruments out there. Like, are you talking harp? Are you including like all the orchestra?
All right, let's go the electric guitar, the piano, the violin, the drums, the bass guitar, the saxophone, the cello, the flute. That's 8. Hang on, let me click more items. The flute, the clarinet, and the trumpet.
I'm probably going to go with drums. And hear me out, all right? The reason why I'm going to go drums, most people can learn most instruments okay-ish, but I think to be an okay drummer, you really have to feel it. Like you have to be able to hold a beat. You have to be able to hold tempo. It's very different to other instruments. I would say, I'll go drums.
Yeah.
In terms of that, just because of that. But drums. What do you think?
I'm going to go drums because as well, I've heard it's very difficult, but again, it's not just your hands, your feet are going as well. You're surrounded by the instrument. It's not just there. It's like, I'm not saying the others are easy. I think and I've heard from a fair few musicians that drums are actually pretty difficult to learn.
Yeah. Yep. I would definitely say
you either have it or you don't. Yeah,
I think so.
So
I would say that. Let us know what you think.
Let us know what you think. So what is the most annoying one? What is your favorite? And which one do you think is the most difficult to learn?
Yeah, not like you're going to Google some weird East Asian guitar with 42 strings and 6 pedals. And like, we're talking your normal vanilla straight up instruments, right?
Vanilla. Okay. 4th question. Flash mobs. You know what a flash mob is, right?
I think so, but explain it again.
Yeah. Okay. So if anyone doesn't know a flash mob, it's where dancers will set up like a choreographed piece in the middle of, let's say, a shopping center, for example.
Yeah.
So you'll be there, and then the next minute, these people will start dancing like a music video, and then all these people will join in. The next minute, you're in the middle of this huge flash mob of people dancing around you, and then they just go about their day, like they just stop and walk off. It leaves everyone really confused. There used to be a show called Flash Mob, and it was kind of like Who Dares Wins. Like it started off with, I want to flash mob this person. And then the whole time it's, learning the choreography and all that kind of stuff. And then at the end it was, hit him with the flash mob. Nice. So an orchestra. So this is where I got the idea is music videos is people are just, like 1,000 miles. The girl's playing the piano on the back of the car going down the main street. Obviously green screen and stuff. Yeah. But if she was, or like some of, Simple Plan, they're playing on a bridge that's stopped traffic.
Yeah.
All these kinds of things. So I thought, what would be the worst place for a flash mob orchestra or a flash mob band?
Funeral. Right? Funeral?
Yeah, but there's already an organ player there.
Actually, you're right.
There's already people playing songs there. Yeah, so I immediately went funeral too, and then I thought about it.
Okay, what about open heart surgery?
Yeah.
The doctor's like, really, all right, nurse, scalpel, all right, we're making the final incision. Fuck! Just throws the scalpel through.
Jesse's about to cut, someone just hits it with this mad drum solo. Yeah.
Actually, now I want a flash mob at my funeral. After you read my eulogy, mate.
Yeah,
can
flash
you
mob.
do flash mob?
Flash mob orchestra or flash mob dancers?
Both.
Both. Yeah. I've thought about this all week, and I can't think of. I've thought of lots, but I can't think of the worst. But I think open heart surgery is really good as well.
Or labor ward. Or the about to be mums, just like that are 14 hours deep in labor. Like, all right, we really know what will cheer you up, Brandine. So we've got you a flash mob, and she's like,
just before, there's like in Mexico, there's those three guys that walk around and play to you while you eat dinner.
Mariachi band,
yeah, just something like that. Just about to go into labor, and then the band turns up.
La cucaracha.
Yeah. But no, I just think it'd be really interesting if life was actually like film clips to songs where you're just, you're going to Best and Less to get some stuff, and you're in a shopping center. I don't know why I say Best and Less, but you're in a shopping center, you're going to Best and Less. And then there's these people just like, there's a guy with a drum kit and he's just playing it and he's all emotional. There's a guitar with a guitar playing. And then there's this person just walking down the aisle of the shopping center singing. So I was trying to think of that, but then what would be the worst place for that to happen?
I would say some sort of hospital, like cancer ward. But no, that might cheer him up.
They might love it. Yeah, I can't think of a single place where I wouldn't want to see a flash mob. Like, we love music. Like, if I just saw someone playing an instrument at a random place and then a heap of people joined in, I'd be impressed. I don't think I'd be upset at all.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe if you had a headache. But...
Yeah, migraine ward at the hospital. All right, Johnson, I've got you extra Panadol. Here you go, mate. And then just
bagpipes come on. No, I've got it. The PTSD ward at a psych hospital.
The PTSD ward at the Tamworth Base Hospital. The PTSD ward. All right, Johnson, we know you've been stationed over in Iraq for 6 years. Here, we've got your medication for the day. And then you just hear bang, 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 bang. And he has a heart attack.
Yeah, it's just like, I was just trying to play your song. And he's just lost his shit.
And it's a full drum orchestra.
Yeah. And the
bang,
big...
Bang, 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 bang. With a fireworks finish. And a 12-gun salute.
12-gun salute.
In the hospital.
Yeah, in the hospital. Yeah. Flash mob. Flash mob.
I know. Bring 'em back. They were
But
huge a few years ago.
yeah,
I
I think it was
haven't seen a flash mob in years.
the Step Up movies. I think designed it because they were doing dance routines in the middle of nowhere, and then someone's like, "Oh, what if we make this a thing?"
I
I
do.
think
I
that's how they
hate
come.
dancing. I'm not a fan of the dance. Like it's okay, I guess. But once you see one flash mob dance, you've seen them all, right?
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of dancing though, so change my mind on that. But I'm in
yeah.
for the orchestra one. Flash mob. Did they actually do flash mob orchestras?
No, I just thought about an orchestra of flash mob.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they just
Okay.
roll out and just pull a. Well, I guess there was I think there is like a few videos where I think there was this YouTube video of a band like I don't know what they're called. I've gone blank, but yeah, like the ones that you see at the
Metallica.
Sydney Opera House. No, no, like the fancy. What are the fancy ones called again? Is it an
Orchestra.
orchestra? Yeah, is it an orchestra? Oh yeah, let's
Choir.
go with
A
that.
choir.
No, no, I think it's orchestra. But they had like all these, all their instruments, and they pulled them out of their pockets, and yeah, they were playing this like really, fancy song.
Yeah. Okay. I'm a fan of that. All right. And I want a flash mob at my funeral after you read your eulogy to me.
Yeah, yeah. It'll start by someone just opens the coffin and sits up, pulls out the flute,
Yeah.
and starts playing with you still in the coffin. They step out. Then someone at the back, someone like right down the back, just has the cymbals and just,
Yeah.
and then drums come in,
You
and
need a
then
song
electric
that
guitar.
you need a song that everyone can sing along to, though.
Yeah. Well, what would
Well,
that
I would walk
be?
500 and everyone, I would walk 500 more. That's got
Yep.
to be the most catchy song, right? That people
You
sing.
can't not sing it. You
You can't
cannot
not
not
sing
sing
that.
it.
But what else?
Yeah.
There's a few. Oh, I was thinking about that the other day. Well, a little while ago now. Like what the most catchy songs are that sing along, not that just get stuck in your head because I have a heap of earworms. But singing along that. Macarena.
Macarena. Yeah.
You just hear my best friend Alex, blah blah blah, and then you hear bum ba da bum ba da bum. Hey Macarena.
Excuse me for a second, and I just start.
Yeah. Or Who Let the Dogs Out? You can't not sing Who Let the Dogs Out.
You cannot scream that as loud as you want, can you? I think a bit of ABBA in there as well.
Yeah.
Like I'm not their biggest fan, but I think there's some songs that even if you don't like them, you'll still sing it.
I think so, but I don't think a lot of people know ABBA anymore as say Who Let the Dogs Out. But yeah, I think so. Who Let the Dogs Out? You can't not say whoo, 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 whoo. You know what Who Let the Dogs Out that song was actually about?
No.
Really?
No.
It wasn't about dogs.
I thought about is it letting the boys out or something? Is it? No.
It's about ugly women. I'm not even joking. They made this song like Who Let the Dogs Out in the club.
Why was this number one for so long in the 90s?
It's legit about ugly women. I don't know how to say that nice, but they're calling them dogs. Who let them out in the club?
Shit.
Yeah.
I really like that song. I was singing it all the time.
I'm surprised it hasn't been banned. I'm sure that is. Let me fact check that. What
fact check.
is Who Let the Dogs Out about? Let me fact check that before I go on about saying that. What does it mean to let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Here is the thing. It's actually about men when they start to call women names and be really disrespectful. So they fire back by calling them dogs. See?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, there you go. It's actually about them like calling women dogs and like who let the dogs out? Who let these ugly women out?
It's rough, isn't it?
Also,
what a rough song.
What does the fox say? You can't not sing to that. Barbie Girl. You can't not sing to Barbie Girl.
I will sing Barbie Girl till I have no more breath in my lungs. Dr. Jones as well.
Oh yeah, and the Crazy Frog.
Yeah. What about Boom 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 Boom?
I want you in my room.
You can't sing that.
Now and forever. Peanut butter jelly time. It's another one. Yeah, I'm all for it, mate. I'm all for it.
All right. But I think we need to do a segment on what songs to play at a funeral to get everyone to forget why they're there.
I have a playlist on my YouTube of songs I want played at my funeral. For real.
What a dark episode.
Dark episode, mate. It's a private playlist I'll only share with you and my funeral DJ.
How do I get the songs? Do I download them on LimeWire, or how does this work?
Record them on
What
the
do I
tape
download?
cassette. Wait until they come on the radio, then put your cassette in and click that record play button at the same time.
Gotcha.
And that records it to a tape, and then play that at my funeral.
I hope I don't go to play the song at your funeral and I don't listen to it before and it's just an orgy. Just the sound of an orgy.
That'll be, who let the dogs out?
Mate, I think that's us.
That's us. Well, let us know what you think the most difficult instrument is, what your favorite instrument is, and where the worst place to have a flash mob orchestra, trademarked by Howie, flash mob orchestra, would be worse than a PTSD ward.
Also, what's the most annoying instrument?
Yeah. Send that in at linkingslinkies@gmail.com. Also, check out our Instagram page. We are posting more memes on there. Please like our memes. It really helps the show grow and reach more people. And the more likes and shit that you share, the more stuff we can actually make and feel loved and sleep at night.
Yeah. We're not sleeping, clearly.
Not sleeping. Nah, my dogs were barking, mate.
No one liked my memes.
Thanks for listening, and as always,
never forget to fix your mate Slinky.
Who let the dogs out?